Hello, 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 and welcome to Courageously Kind. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Liz. We're twin sisters and best friends.
Together, we share stories of especially kind humans doing especially kind things, in hopes that these conversations motivate and inspire you to be kinder to yourself and others. When we're not speaking with an incredible guest, we'll speak directly from our hearts about what it means to us to be courageously kind. So, this week's episode is a very special edition of Courageously Kind. We're so excited. We didn't have an episode last week because it was Halloween. And we figured y'all were out doing your fun Halloween things. If not, that's okay too. But we figured give you a break on Halloween. Give us a little break on Halloween. Eat some candy. But now we're back. And we're energized. And we're ready to talk about this super duper exciting thing that we're going to talk about this week. So, first, I just want to acknowledge that Buddy is here.
Buddy's
our
here.
Kitty cat.
Whenever we're at the desk working on anything, once the camera turns on, Buddy's here.
The second we sat down to record this, he was here.
He's there.
So, that's that. Buddy's here. He might jump in and out. We don't know.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? He's in charge here.
Yes.
Anyways, this week we are talking about World Kindness Day. Woohoo!
I mean, that is just like so in our niche.
Right?
What we talk about. We couldn't not talk about it.
We were like doing some episode planning earlier this week and we were like, we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
And we wanted to talk about it before it happens
Yes.
so that you guys can have some time to prepare, to plan.
Get your plans ready.
Yeah. World Kindness Day occurs on November 13th. So this year it falls on a Saturday. But we thought we would do an episode about it this week, today, to sort of give you some prep time if you wanted to do like a kindness week.
Ooh.
Sort
even
of
better than a
thing.
kind of day.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
could be fun. So, super duper exciting.
We also wanted to talk a lot about this because I feel like we ask you to be kind and we try to be kind ourselves, and we don't really dive into what that looks like. Kindness looks different for everyone. You know, depending on who you are, what you're like, what your situation is, kindness looks different.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just cookie cutter mold, and we need to talk about different ways to show kindness, to be kindness, so that we can spread it. Because I feel like oftentimes, you know, kindness, you know, we talk about things like vulnerability and courage, and those can be scary things. And sometimes we say, well, I don't really know what that looks like or what that looks like for me. So that's great. Good for you. You're doing it. Great.
Woo!
And we kind of remove ourselves. So we're here this week to give you all sorts of different ways to have a kind week, celebrate World Kindness Day.
And this is just to sort of get the ball rolling and, oh, he's going to lay down. Very nice. Just sort of inspire you to incorporate more kindness into your week, into your kindness day next Saturday. And, you know, maybe get you thinking about some things that you can do in your world, in your community. So, we've broken this down into a few different categories. Kindness is definitely not limited to these categories. These were just some that came to mind.
Yeah.
So if anything pops up that we haven't talked about, like awesomeness, like that's great, that's wonderful. And take that and run with that idea that popped in your head.
Yeah.
First, really quickly, I wanted to talk about kindness.org. Kindness.org was a website that I found while searching for some World Kindness Day activities, and they have this really awesome random act of kindness generator, which I love. I'm obsessed with. Because I feel like we hear like random acts of kindness, and sometimes we don't really know like because it's random.
Yeah, how do we start?
How do we start? What should we do in our lives? Like, everybody's random act is going to look different because we're all in different places and different times. So this is a really great way to get some ideas of some little or big things that you can do to kind of just spread kindness spontaneously. So they've broken it down into, like, you fill out like a little question. It's not even like a questionnaire. You just like select your preferences. So the first one is the ease of the act. So do you want something really easy, or do you want something more complex and more time consuming? Which is awesome, because sometimes I think we don't have the time in our lives to like make these big grand gestures, or we feel like we don't have time to make these big grand gestures.
Yeah.
So learning how to incorporate small gestures of kindness is super important too. So they have the ease of the act. They have who it's for. So the different people you want to show. Do you want to show kindness to people in your family? Do you want to show kindness to strangers? That sort of thing. And they have an in-person or online option, which I thought was amazing too, especially for this year. COVID is still a thing.
Yeah.
Fear of COVID is still valid. Oh, Buddy heard COVID and he's out of here.
I agree.
Me too. We're over it. I love that they have that option available.
Yeah.
Super. It just sort of makes it a bit more accessible too for people, regardless of what your feelings are about being out and about and around people right now.
Yeah. I love that. And I love how accessible kindness is now. We will be sharing this website on our social media when we put out this episode, and we really encourage you to check it out because it's making kindness so easy to do.
It's so easy.
It's so easy.
I loved how they arranged it. They also have like a randomized button in case you want something totally random.
Yeah. Because sometimes choosing is stressful too. You know, do I want it?
Where's the best place to put my time and energy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they make it super duper easy. So just wanted to inform you all about that. Getting back to the categories that we've broken today's episode down in, we have learn, so learning about kindness, learning about how to be a kinder person. We have listen, which I thought was huge. Yeah, that has been on my brain and my heart a lot lately, is learning how to listen. And then we have influence too, if that's more your speed. And you want to sort of inspire the people around you, that's awesome too, and we need you to do that. So, fun stuff.
So let's get into our first category.
Let's start. Okay, so the first category we have is learn.
All right.
I thought this would be a good idea because we talk about this a lot, how important it is to learn about specifically marginalized groups of people. Because when we have a better understanding of who people are and where they're coming from, I think it's easier to show kindness, honestly.
Absolutely.
When we understand.
Where we can understand and empathize, where we can see ourselves and other people, it's a lot easier to be kind to them.
And those are all acts of kindness, understanding, empathy, compassion.
Yeah.
So you might be thinking, okay, I want to learn more about people that are different from me. Where do I start? There's a great website, and the website is actually geared specifically towards students and teachers, but I figured, like, we're all students. Like, we're all trying to learn this stuff.
We're all students and we're all teachers.
Ooh, good one. And I really liked how it was organized and laid out. So it's called learningforjustice.org. They have a wonderful Instagram page too, which I'll tag on our Instagram. And they have, I feel like, any category of what you're trying to learn about. So they feature a lot of different marginalized groups, and they have resources about teaching that. I feel like, too, sometimes material that's geared towards kids is made to be really well understood. So maybe, like, if you're not really sure where to start, or you're finding the language a little bit confusing, that's totally cool. That's totally acceptable, I mean. Maybe seeking out information that's geared towards kids can be beneficial.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it's written in a way that is easily understood.
Yes, I love that so much. Yeah.
I love that too. I also wrote down that TED Talks are a great place to learn. We are TED Talks biggest fan.
Oh, yeah.
We love TED Talks.
We love TED Talks.
Watch them all the time. And
There's
I've learned so
literally-
much from
There's
them.
a TED Talk about anything.
Yeah.
Anything you want to know about.
And somehow even the ones that seem like,
Really heady and...
or the ones that seem a little bit nonsensical at
Yes.
first, always have
Oh
like
my
a
gosh.
deeper meaning and a
Yeah,
deeper
but-
message.
Oh my god. I watched one about procrastination one time.
I think I've seen that one.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Life-changing,
Incredible.
honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's on YouTube. So you can watch it as many times as you want. Because sometimes I watch a video, feel really, really inspired. And then about a week later,
The inspiration dies out.
yeah,
You gotta watch it again.
watch it again.
Get inspired again.
There's no shame.
Yeah.
Watch that TED Talk about 30 times.
Yeah. And you can
Okay.
pause it and go back.
Yes. Take notes.
Take
Whatever
notes.
you want to do.
Yeah.
You love it. You love TED Talk.
Love TED Talks. So, those are some things you can do if learning is more your speed this World Kindness Day. Okay, the next category we have is listening. So I think listening and kindness go hand in hand,
Yeah.
and learning how to truly listen to people and listen to others. Not only can we learn so much, but I think it's one of the biggest acts of kindness. I feel like we all just want to be heard, and to be able to give someone that gift of feeling heard
Yeah.
is like such a wonderful act of
Great
kindness.
gift.
Right?
Yes, the gift of being heard.
Oh, we all just want to be heard.
Yeah.
So, if listening is more your speed, you're in the right place. I wrote down podcasts.
We have one.
We have a whole episode on kindness. We have a whole episode on courage if you need a little courage boost. How to be kind when it's hard. How to have difficult conversations. So if listening is more your speed, you know,
You're already in
you're in the right place. So yeah, we have resources there for you. I also wrote TED Talks again because TED Talks are amazing, and
Worth mentioning twice.
honestly, yeah. And the third thing I wanted to mention is reaching out to people, asking how they're doing, and then really listening.
Yeah.
You know, maybe resisting the urge to offer advice and suggestions and answers,
Yeah.
and just kind of holding space and
Yeah.
saying, hey, I'm, here to listen.
Love
I don't know, just thought.
I love that.
Just a thought. If listening is not how you want to celebrate your World Kindness Week, that's cool too. Try maybe influencing.
Ooh.
You can listen first and then influence too, if
go.
that's your speed. So, great way to influence others to think about kindness and to practice kindness, honestly, is through social media.
Love it. We say this a lot on TikTok, but
Yeah.
the power of social media and directing where you spend your time on social media is huge.
Yeah.
It's so impactful. You don't realize how impactful it is. If you just follow a couple accounts that post positive, motivating content, I guarantee you your day's gonna be better.
Yeah. Yeah. It all goes back to like that concept of what you pour your energy into and the energy you put out in the world.
Yeah.
You know, maybe sharing that post, sharing something that's uplifting and motivational, someone else will see it and it'll totally change the outlook of their day. I know that I have seen things that my friends have shared and it totally changes my
Changes
perspective
your
on some
day.
things. It also is such a great educational tool as well.
God, yeah.
I've honestly learned so much through Instagram. And I think it just goes to show like how social media is changing into a really like complex platform that educates and influences and shares information. It's just really awesome.
Incredible.
If social media is not your thing, that's cool too.
Yeah.
Just start the conversation. Start a conversation with your family, with your friends. with yourself, self-dialogue, about kindness and about, how can we be kinder to the people in our lives? How can we be kinder to ourselves?
Yeah. Love that. Just start a conversation. Just talk.
Just talk. We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
It really is easier than you might think. I feel like we hear kindness and we always think it has to be these big, daunting, life-changing
huge
moments.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It exists in the little moments throughout our day. And if we can learn how to see those opportunities to share kindness and to, be kind to people, then we can change the world.
Oh. It's true.
It's true. So, we're going to be doing a little thing on our Instagram. I actually haven't told Liz about this. This is an idea I had.
Oh.
This may or may not happen.
Right.
Just a little daily kindness challenge for this next week.
Yeah.
Just some little ideas to get you interested and involved in World Kindness Day on Saturday, November 13th.
Woohoo!
Don't forget it. It's going to be
it.
fun. Gonna have a party.
It'll be a good day.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Fun.
So we'll do that, and
Get some ideas on
keep an
how
eye
to
on
be
our
more
social
kind.
media. Let us know how you're gonna celebrate World Kindness Day in the comments.
Comment. Tag us in photos.
Yes, it can be as simple as I'm just gonna try and be a kind person. That's cool. Be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
That's huge too. I took some time today to slow down and take care of myself, and I cannot tell you how much better I feel.
It feels so good.
It's like it feels good, and everybody says it feels so good, but then you do it and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better.
That really did feel good.
Taking that time
It's
to
huge.
invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Huge. And we just talked about this in our rest episode.
Yeah.
So if that's how you're going to celebrate World Kindness Day, awesome.
It's wonderful.
It's so productive to take care of yourself and to show yourself kindness. Because then we can show it to others and create a culture rooted in kindness.
Cute.
So let us know how you're going to celebrate in the comments or on our social media. And have a wonderful week.
Yeah.
We'll see you back here next week.
Real soon. We'd like to give a huge thank you to Anna Waltz Landscape Contracting for their support of Courageously Kind.
Anna Waltz is a family-owned landscape contracting company in Berks County that has served Pennsylvania for over 35 years.
If you're ready to get your landscaping project started, visit AnnaWaltzLandscape.com or call 610-916-7070.
Anna Waltz Landscape Contracting, beautifying Pennsylvania 1 yard at a time.
Thank you so much for listening. If you like this episode, feel free to share it with your friends, your family, or anyone you think might like it too.
And if you want to support the show, leave us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It really does help. Or check out our merch store at courageouslykind.org. Take good care, and we'll see you back here real soon.